Hello and welcome to my webcomic review series, a series where I normally talk about webcomics that no one else talks about. Today I will be reviewing a work that's about a boy, puppy, a boy puppy who beats up bad guys and is only 10 years old. This is Crescent Blue. First released somewhere around 2020, Crescent Blue is a series created entirely by Chicken Nugget that is an action comic starring anthropomorphic animals and humans. This series begins in Hollywood's second favorite spot, New York City. The royal felines all get beaten up by one character, Scamp. I will be making it a challenge no matter how hard this comic tries to not make a reference joke. So this adorable puppy beats these cats up because he was listening to music while accidentally trespassing into their domain, which led them to taking away his Walkman, which is a good start and all, but does that mean the company Sony exists in this universe? Oh wait, that box has Sony's name on it. I'm honestly surprised this wasn't called a personal stereo by Coney. So Garfield's long lost cousin throws the TPSWM2 into the air to turn into a Japanese sushi. But Scamp saves it after beating him up and scaring him away with a Fist of the North Star reference. Oh, and Scamp had to wait a while for the Walkman to return from the stratosphere off panel. Next scene, we meet Delilah, who at the beginning I mistaken honestly as Scamp's mom or aunt, even though he called her by her first name. Scamp pulls a monkey Luffy and told Delilah honestly what happened earlier. And so, we here at Road Run Studios do not condone child violence. We do find it hilarious. Scamp loses his Walkman and gets tail dragged home. Scamp's dad gets the news and ruins the payphone booth with coffee. I will confirm that the art in the earlier pages do seem a little bit rough, but in later updates the illustrations do get much better, like real good. And I'm also sorry to get off topic, but this comic does give me an early 2000s nostalgia. Like, it would not be out of place if this were uploaded around the time, honestly. Despite the time period here in the comic being the 1950s, and despite that being a personal stereo, which is was popular in the 1980s. The cassette tape like stereos, yeah, you get what I mean. It turns out it has been confirmed that Scamp has superpowers. What are they? Being strong, well, it's more than that. Scamp can hop real far, punch real hard, even sneak quietly like a ninja to watch television. Of course, because of Scamp's powers, he is homeschooled. Where did the cartoonist get a copy of a homeschool assignment for this comic? Also, shouldn't that answer be 8, not a 6? I will cut the puppy some slack because when I was his age, I was donkey chocolate squirts with algebra. Of course, it's been revealed that Scamp got all the questions wrong, and I can confirm it because I spent 10 minutes answering Scamp's mistakes. My priorities are perfect. So Scamp distracts Delilah with a Disney sequel reference, then gives the puppy face. And of course, that was enough to have Scamp leave the apartment, and he died! I'm kidding. He runs away, and so a 10-year-old child runs around Queens regardless of the danger and having the powers of Mr. Incredible, minus the fat. Then the city became too much for him, and then he got lost. And then he ends up next to a leftover Disney concept drawing of Notre Dame Cathedral. Scamp even makes a reference right after my reference of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Does that mean Disney Studios is a real place in Crescent Blue's world? Then Scamp looks behind to see a student soccer game happening, where he immediately, from half a mile away, falls in love with whatever the heck that is. I'm kidding. I actually like her design. This person with 20% dog is Sarah Robinson. I also like how she was introduced into the plot. It's not the cliche bump into the stupid notebooks, fall on the floor, the guy helps pick up the notebooks, touch hands, and be like awkward every terribly written romance always has to be, which I am not a fan of, obviously. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So instead, since this is an action story, Sarah is playing soccer and is drawn really good. Turns out this human dog is a hybrid, which I won't be questioning how that works in that universe. And so Sarah gets a sprained ankle and needs to not play until tomorrow. Meanwhile, Scamp was waiting outside to meet her, being a love hog. Hey, Scamp is about as tall as a backpack, which makes him 2'6". Now that is about a size that's pretty unusual for a 10-year-old. Then Sarah gets tripped by the religious school's bully. I know she's doing it because she's part of Sarah's soccer team and was upset because this team didn't do their very best because Sarah did a goof. But wouldn't injuring Sarah even more would make it whole like team like not have that many players because she's out? Also, I never understood fictional school bullies. Students who fight being at the top will someday lose everything when they graduate. So, depending on this bully with her philosophy, if she doesn't get expelled and or excommunicated, she's going to find herself after graduation, if she's lucky, inside a fast food kitchen and not be a supervisor. And then after that, Sarah actually trips herself and falls, but Scamp saves her from more injuries. Of course, Scamp did not expect to meet Sarah this quickly, but tries to stay composed. Then he sees Sarah's wallet and tries to give it back to her. But Scamp's dad managed to find him. Oh, I forgot to mention that Thomas Lee Russell, Scamp's real name, that's his real name, yeah. Kind of like how Mr. Anderson's nickname in The Matrix is Neo. Sort of like that. Turns out, like The Incredibles, this isn't Scamp's first time that his family had to move due to him being different. So Scamp is taken back to the apartment where his dad explains this. I'm sorry for lashing out at you earlier. I wasn't mad at you. It's just that Daddy's been very stressed because of work, that's all. Anyways, you have to quit running off on your own and getting into fights. I like how it shows that Scamp's dad does really care about him. There's also even a scene where you thought he's about to discipline Scamp, but it's actually a tickle. Honestly, I wish I can have a dad like him. So the family has dinner, and oh my dog, the comic referenced the joke for me. Still, not gonna fail my challenge with the referencing that Disney directed tape sequel. And so Scamp confirms that he has a thing for mostly human dog people. And then he realized he accidentally but technically stolen Sarah's wallet. And so Scamp hurries to return back the wallet since he's not a criminal, despite him beating up strangers, riding public transportation without any tickets, oh, and stealing a wallet. I know he's just a kid. I just realized something. Why was Delilah eating pizza with a fork? That's what Europeans do. Honestly, I would love to review the rest of the comic, but I rather save the other parts for you all. I recommend all of you to check out Nugget's comic. It's real good. And you can see a lot was put into it, a lot of thought, a lot of effort. I'll be honest, I actually like it more than Lady the Tramp 2. Oh, okay, I failed the challenge. I'll sit in the corner with my cone of shame. I'm Artemis. I remembered it so you don't have to. Oh, God, I'm not knocking that guy off, am I? Oh, God.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's really good. I really like it. Oh yeah, haha.
Oh my god!